And so off the tip, it'll be the Bulls. So the Hornets starting five. Victor Wembanyama is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Pippen in at the one. Here's Chamberlain. Back to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And I mean, how do you guard Giannis? When he's looking to score, sometimes you just have to foul him.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them. Pippen with it. James outside. There's the triple. Kevin Durant with a rebound. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Leonard right side. Can't get it to drop. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. And James gets it to go.
This is where LeBron James is so dangerous. Physically hard to handle on the interior. Turn the lights out.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Durant. Here's Chamberlain. Blocked! Now the Hornets moving it up. Here's James. And then he packs it down right over Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Leonard. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Antetokounmpo. The 3 is up. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Yeah, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And the Hornets with possession here. Chicago making their last shot. Now Antetokounmpo. Pass to Chamberlain. Now Durant lets it fly. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Boy, no hesitation right there. You see Kevin Durant assertive on the offensive end.
And here's Pippen. Back to James. Again, Charlotte.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Chamberlain. Pass to Durant. Fires the three. The shot won't fall.
Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
Here's James for three. Again, the miss by James. And there's 1:38 left to play in the first. Pass to Leonard. Lets it fly. And the jumper is good.
This guy has such a nose for the basket. Kawhi Leonard not afraid to let it fly on the catch.
Pippen right side. Knocked loose. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Outside Wembanyama. James deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot from deep. SGA.
Capable of defending every position on the floor. Giannis's long arms and athleticism wreak havoc on this end.
Outside SGA. Pass to Pippen. Now here is James. Again the miss by the Hornets. Leonard against Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's O'Neal. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Wembanyama. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Pippen. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And here's Durant. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Bulls leading by just 2. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. We've got LeBron James. He's out there with Wembanyama. And it's Pippen in at the 1. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Tries it from the block. Deflected! James passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Pippen. Back to SGA. Three-pointer. A big triple! Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Antetokounmpo finds Durant. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
James, outside. No good with the triple.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
Nice shot by Durant.
With KD's length and size, there aren't many defenders he simply can't shoot over.
Now here's Pippen. No points yet. Outside for Wembanyama. Off the mark there with a 3. Durant, pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Chamberlain. It's stolen by James. And it's the Hornets on the break. And then he packs it down right over Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And now the first timeout called here for Chicago. SGA against Leonard. Antetokounmpo up top. Back to Leonard. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Now here's Pippen. Still no points. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Charlotte.
Well, that's a quick strike from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. In catch-and-shoot situations, those scoring instincts are right on point.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Leonard. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot by Leonard, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Abdul-Jabbar misses.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Here's Chamberlain. For three, Durant. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
James passes to Pippen. James inside. Leonard defending. And they get it back. Shot clock at 6. The open shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. The wide open shot is on the money. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points in the game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Pippen. Pass to Wembanyama. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo covering. SGA good.
Boy, you respect the shot selection from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just taking what the defense gives him.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Durant.
Hornets foul. Scottie Pippen. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Chamberlain, covered by Wembanyama. That doesn't go either for Durant. Here's Charlotte, stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
James against Antetokounmpo. Leonard for three. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. 5 points in the game.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Antetokounmpo surveys. Four on the clock. And he packs it down right in the face of Victor Wembanyama.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Hornets. They're up by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's O'Neal in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Now here's Durant. Here's Antetokounmpo. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
One of the only ways to slow down Antetokounmpo is to get physical with him. But you know what? That may not work. He is so good at absorbing contact in the paint.
Charlotte leading by 3. Outside Wembanyama to the inside. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time. Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Pippen. No made baskets yet. Back to SGA. Lets it fly. Leonard pulls down the board. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Chamberlain. Leonard on the wing. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And it's the Hornets' ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Pippen. Back to SGA. He shoots. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball. Really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Charlotte leading by 3. James passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pippen outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he hits the jumper. And that's 13 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber. Just a big man playing big. No way to stop it.
SGA passes to Pippen. Back to SGA. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 here in the quarter.
Oh, he is red hot right now. Defense has got to lock in.
The Bulls trail by 5. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Chamberlain. Now Leonard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I think one thing you love about Kawhi Leonard, this guy never gets too high, never gets too low, but he is the ultimate competitor because he competes at the highest level regardless of the situation. This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo covering. SGA doing his thing in close.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Here's Chamberlain. Now Leonard takes the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 10.
Boy, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's gonna make you pay.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Pippen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Charlotte.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 5. Durant looking around. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over James. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. Charlotte leading by 4. Pippen outside. There's the 3. That one is off. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Chamberlain. And he's going for the... Whoa! Antetokounmpo flying!
Throw it up to the rim and let Giannis hammer it home. Never a bad idea.
Antetokounmpo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Shots blocked! Out of bounds. Hornets ball as Charlotte keeps possession. With 1 on the clock. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Hornets. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Hornets, we've got Wembanyama. He's out there with LeBron James. And it's Pippen in at the point. The Hornets with a lead. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Pippen. Back to SGA. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 21 points in the game. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Now here's Durant. The 3 is up. Yep, that one goes.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Now here's Durant to the middle. Chamberlain. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Second personal foul. This team foul. At the line for Chicago, Wilt Chamberlain.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Pippen with it. They set the pick. Here's James. And the 18-footer right on the mark. And the Hornets lead by 1.
Well, LeBron James could be absolutely anywhere on the floor. If you want to concede the mid-range, he's more than happy to take it.
Durant with a screen on James. Now Durant. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. KD! What else would you expect?
Boy, Kevin Durant, the quick release and from distance.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Pass to Pippen. Now SGA. Let's loose for 3. Leonard there for the rebound.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Now Leonard. Now Antetokounmpo. Just 4 to shoot. The 17-footer. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
You can't have that type of miscue in this moment, in this game. You have to be on the same page.
Charlotte trailing. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. And here's Pippen. Gilgeous-Alexander fires. The 3 is in.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
And here's Chicago. Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Leonard. Outside Durant. Wembanyama rips down the board. Durant's gone 4 of 12 from the floor. Here's James. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Now James. Yes, sir! Banking in the layup.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
The Bulls trail by 3. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo. Oh, he jammed it.
And he is just showing off right now. I mean, he's giving you leadership. Giannis just takes pride in stepping up and hitting those big shots.
Now, here is James. Outside Wembanyama from downtown. Ooh, the shot misses. Durant. Ooh, rising fire.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Timeout called, Hornets. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Hornets was getting across in their huddle. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Yeah, there's not a person in this building who didn't know the ball was going to LeBron, and still he delivers.
Timeout, Bulls. It's a one-point game. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Durant inside.
Well, Kevin Durant is used to absorbing contact on the way up, and when he's this deep, it really puts the defense in a bind.
Ooh, knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
This guy embraces coming up big for his team.
Here's James.
Ooh, a clutch bucket. A defensive stop now could be all it takes to clinch the win.
Timeout, Bulls. Obviously not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up play to make it happen.
And they aren't over the limit yet.
Timeout called, Hornets. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look if that's at all possible.
James outside. It's good from beyond the arc.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
And so it's the Hornets who come out on top here. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And let's reveal our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
It's going to be the Bulls off the tip. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got Abdul-Jabbar. Durant is out there with Victor Wembanyama. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's LeBron in at the 2. And KD throws it down.
Super long. KD's arms stretched for days, helping him slam it on the bounce.
Bounce pass Pippen. Here's Chamberlain, and that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Antetokounmpo passes to LeBron. Durant wide open, he fires. No good on the 3. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Well, I spoke with the head coach for Chicago. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively, and he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit. Be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Guys, back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Durant for 3. Durant with another miss.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Now, here is Chamberlain. Pass to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over KD. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. LeBron with Wembanyama. A screen on O'Neal. Wembanyama outside. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to James. For 3. It's all in by the Bulls. Pippen, the pass to SGA. Back to Pippen. The jump hook. And Shaq gets it to go.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Giannis kicks to KD. Good on the 3-point shot. KD's got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Chamberlain. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, and O'Neal gets it to go.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Leonard against James. Not going to go that time. Empty that time from Leonard. The shot by Abdul-Jabbar, no good. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. O'Neal finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you really have to appreciate the steady effort of Gilgeous-Alexander. The game looks like it comes easy to him, but he is one of the hardest workers on the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Wembanyama. LeBron outside. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Outside, James. On the top of the key. A rebound by Wilt Chamberlain.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
Here's Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
Giannis passes to Durant. Wembanyama sets a screen for KD. Tracks in the tray. Durant's got his third basket of the night right there.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Chamberlain, no luck. Hornets trail by 3. Floats it up for Wembanyama. And here's Pippen. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bulls lead by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
On the floor for Charlotte, Wembanyama is out there with Durant. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Kareem. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the point. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He was all alone on that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's LeBron. Still scoreless.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Gilgeous-Alexander against LeBron. Pippen with the wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Hornets trail by 3. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Abdul-Jabbar finds Durant. Here's Wembanyama for 3. It's rebounded by O'Neal. O'Neal's got 5 rebounds tonight. James against SGA. Pass to Shaq. Unloads from 9, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Wembanyama passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. O'Neal with the defensive effort. SGA with the ball. Out-guarded by Wembanyama.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And here's KD for 3. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Pippen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
Giannis dishes to KD. Wembanyama passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Wembanyama. LeBron James on the wing. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Antetokounmpo. That's a 2-pointer.
Been fantastic at playing within himself on defense. Gilgeous-Alexander using his length well there to contest without fouling.
The rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Pippen. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Giannis inside. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Oh, Wembanyama spacing the floor.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Pippen. Back to SGA. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. SGA's got 7 now in this quarter. Pass to KD. Back to Giannis. Oh, the lob to Abdul-Jabbar. It's Pippen with the drive, and Pippen slams it in.
And Pippen there driving hard inside, has the height and athleticism to consistently get it done in the paint.
Durant, no good. Bulls leading by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Then for 3. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Practically automatic shot there by Pippen. He knows he just needs the ball, and then he is good to go.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. KD passes to Antetokounmpo. Wembanyama outside. The response from Wembanyama.
Just a big-time answer from Wembanyama following up that 3.
Up top, Leonard. Over Antetokounmpo. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's Chicago up 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
We've got Chamberlain. Pippen is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's O'Neal in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
SGA kicks to Pippen. Back to SGA. And the 3 off target. Hornets trail by 3. All going up court. LeBron is doubled. Abdul-Jabbar. Standing tall, Abdul-Jabbar.
And you just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Wembanyama outside. KD against Pippen. Durant's shot is good.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
Pass to Chamberlain to the paint. Oh, Gilgeous-Alexander slams it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Now, SGA. After the missed 3 from KD. Pippen, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wembanyama with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Wembanyama, one shot.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
LeBron against SGA. O'Neal sets the screen for SGA. Down low, it's tipped and stolen by Wembanyama. James looking it over. Outside, KD. Wembanyama, a screen on Pippen. 6 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And it's blocked by Chamberlain.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Chicago trailing here. 1:53 left to play in the third. SGA kicks to Pippen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That falls. Nice speed that time from Scottie Pippen. Pippen's got 4 assists in the game. So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Giannis high post. Outside, James. Shot from the wing. It's good. LeBron's got the lead up to 2 now for Charlotte.
If you're the defender, what do you do there? How do you really play LeBron in the pick and roll?
Pass to Pippen. Back to SGA. Again, Chicago.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
There's a minute left in the third quarter. Now, Wembanyama. And here is KD. Wembanyama, a screen. KD's shot is off.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
James outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Comes out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal.
Charlotte ball.
Here is Durant. 16 points for him. Shoots over Pippen. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, Kareem, strong and focused.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Chamberlain with a screen on Giannis. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Here's Pippen. Another one falls for Chicago.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Bulls lead by 3. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, I think, will be.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Hornets. They've got Antetokounmpo, Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, wow! That is powerful.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Pass to Pippen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Pippen's got his 7th assist here tonight. Hornets trail by 6. Antetokounmpo finds Abdul-Jabbar. Charlotte moving it around. Wembanyama sets a screen for Antetokounmpo and stolen by Chamberlain. SGA against Giannis. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Pippen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Bullseye! And now an 8-point Bulls lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnover tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard the Hornets coach as he addressed his team. He said to his players, I believe in you. I know what we have. It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you.
Oh, that's cute. You think you can play tough, physical D, but that's Kevin Durant. Like, come on.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Pippen. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. O'Neal a screen on James. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside, Wembanyama. And the 3 misses. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. 6-point game. Antetokounmpo. Outside, Wembanyama. Buries the deep ball.
That is where you want to see Wemby, making big plays in big moments.
Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. James covering. Abdul-Jabbar against Shaq. Lock at 6.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
SGA. Abdul-Jabbar knocks it away.
Yeah, and beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times his move perfectly to get that shot.
Antetokounmpo. That's where Giannis wants the ball.
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
The rejection by Giannis. Now Durant. It's tipped. Stolen by Pippen. Kawhi. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Wembanyama. A screen on Leonard. Here's Antetokounmpo to take the lead. O'Neal there for the rebound.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Knocks down the 3.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Alexander pulls it down.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now SGA. Outside Leonard. Leonard draws the double. O'Neal with it. He's picked up by James. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Chicago, Shaquille O'Neal.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up this lead.
Antetokounmpo fires. Can't get it to go. And he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
At the line for 2, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And the Hornets call time here. They're down by 8. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
Durant down low. Pippen on him, and down it goes. And that's an intentional foul.
LeBron James. Third personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for your Bulls, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking 2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. James. And so it's Chicago winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll do it, folks. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Tip-off goes to the Hornets. And a look at the starters for the Bulls. They've got Stephen Curry. He's out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Chamberlain in at the power forward position. Durant's shot is off.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Now Wembanyama. James deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up the 8-footer, and he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up to Charlotte. And Durant with the big finish.
That's the defense's fault right there. You can't allow Durant to get that kind of position.
Pass to James. Back to Curry. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Oh, it's stolen. Down low. Antetokounmpo with the block.
What a swat by Giannis. Love the force he throws those shots away with.
Pass to Durant. The 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Outside Wembanyama. And here's O'Neal. Guarded by Durant. The kick out. Curry. Chicago passing it around. Here's James. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And once James gets the ball near the rim, just let him go to work because he knows what he's doing down there.
Antetokounmpo. Pass to Durant. Sinks the tray. Durant's got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here is James. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Weight room muscle on display there. James, even when he gets hit, he can still score.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
LeBron James at the line for 1.
Look, the physicality has always stood out with LeBron. It's been obvious, but his basketball IQ is what makes him such a special, special player. I mean, he sees the game like very few ever have.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good.
Not too many defenders are blocking Kareem inside. One, he's too big, he's too powerful, and he's too skilled.
Here's James. He's got 5. Right side O'Neal. Pass to Curry. Shot on the wing. Good on the jump shot. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
And here's Durant. With the 7-footer. SGA against James. Here's SGA. Hook it off the crossover.
You're making it look easy. Gilgeous-Alexander is so skilled. The ball on a string. And we see him do this time and time again.
Now here's Curry. Three-pointer. He buries it from 3. Curry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, I like the setup there. LeBron with the nice pick.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Now here's SGA. Out to Leonard. From the arc. O'Neal pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Oh, there's the alley. Curry with a steal. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Out to James. That 3's off the mark.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
James against SGA. Outside Durant. Shot's good. SGA making the play. Durant's got 8.
Well, Durant's reputation at the arc is solid, and good reason for that. He's a consistent sniper.
Durant against James. Good on the baseline, Jay. He's got 7. Stephen Curry getting it done for Chicago. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Kevin Durant is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. Now here's Durant.
Well, that's the kind of pressure Durant puts on the defense. I mean, you just can't sit back and let him do what he wants to. Body up on him, even if you may risk a foul.
Charlotte shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throws good from Durant.
I don't think you could design a better scorer than Durant. I mean, range from deep, the touch at the rim, excellent handles, 7 feet tall. He does everything you want from your first option.
And both free throws good for Durant.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Curry passes to James. Back to Curry. Lets the 3 fly. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
Off a pass, Steph Curry, that one is always going in, or almost always going in.
Gilgeous-Alexander against James. Now here's SGA. The D's right on him. Takes a turnaround, James with the block.
It's a part of his game that LeBron takes a lot of pride in. Shot blocking and defending. He's no slouch at that end of the floor.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over.
All right, everybody. Now coming onto the floor is your scoring squad. Let me hear you make some noise.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Durant's shot is off.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Wembanyama, pass to James. Left side O'Neal. Here's Curry. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
As a defender, it's got to be a futile feeling when Curry's in the zone like this.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Basketball is a beautiful game, but Commissioner Adam Silver said the most important part from our standpoint is ensuring that there's always competitive tension on the floor. Fans like the physical aspect that comes with this game. We don't want that to be lost. Back to you.
Keeping that edge. Thanks much for the report, Allie.
I like Leonard's shot right there. He's very comfortable from that distance.
Curry passes to Wembanyama. Back to Curry. All sorts of time. Good. And the assist to Wembanyama. And that's 17 points for Stephen Curry.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And it's a 12-point Bulls lead.
Working that in-between area, Steph likes to keep the defense on its heels.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Durant. Oh, Durant, an absolute sniper.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Leonard against Curry. James with the ball. 9 points in the game. Count that one. Curry's got 13 points in this quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Durant, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Leonard against Curry. And James puts up a deep 3. Up again. The shot misses. Hornets trail by 9. Leonard passes to Antetokounmpo. 44 seconds left in the first half of this one. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Clock at 6. Out to Leonard. Takes a 3. Count it! Leonard for 3.
Leonard scores at all 3 levels. He's a threat anywhere on the floor.
James outside. Let's go with a 3. And he jams it home with authority.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Here's SGA. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
So we conclude the first half. Chicago ahead, up by 6. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Fans, please direct your attention to the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, if he's hit 3s like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
And so in the game for the Bulls, Stephen Curry is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's James, and it's Chamberlain in at the 4 spot. And here is Antetokounmpo. No points so far. Shot clock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander against James. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Now here's Curry. Not a lot of room. Pass to Wembanyama. And he lobs it up to the rim. Hammers the lob through.
If you can make the alley-oop look this easy, Chamberlain barely has to get off the floor at all to punch it down.
Antetokounmpo finds Durant. Up top, SGA. Check by James. James against SGA. Here's Antetokounmpo. Chamberlain pulls it in.
Trying to take what the defense allows, but he couldn't get it to go.
Wembanyama, pass to Curry. Outside Wembanyama. Back to Curry. And there's another one for the Bulls.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. For three, Durant. And the three-pointer goes. Durant's got 16 points now.
In rhythm, quick trigger, KD at his best.
Pass to Wembanyama. Back to James. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Hornets trail by 10. Now Antetokounmpo. He's scoreless. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. He's covered by O'Neal. Abdul-Jabbar passes to SGA. And the basket is good.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's equally good from all three levels.
James against Durant. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to James. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Here's Antetokounmpo. Now Durant. Covered by Wembanyama. Durant against Wembanyama. Outside, SGA.
2 minutes.
6 to shoot. Here's the three. Chamberlain pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Curry. Over Durant. Curry's shot is off.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's rejected.
Man, what a well-coordinated athlete at his size. And to add that superior timing, hard to get shots over Wilt Chamberlain.
And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A minute 22 left in the third. Curry from deep three-point land. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got his 4th assist in this one. Antetokounmpo, left side. Durant looking around. Leonard on the wing. 5 to shoot. Kawhi, so steady inside.
Skilled at getting inside and doing work down there. Kawhi Leonard is a confident scorer.
Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Curry. James, outside. Outside for Wembanyama. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. O'Neal misses. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 9. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. No good on the shot. And so it's Chicago. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back after this word. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Kevin Durant. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the center spot. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Durant with the big finish.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into a shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
Now here's Wembanyama. And stolen by Durant. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that comes off the assist by Durant.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Goes up on the wing. And again, it's Charlotte converting.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands this team wants him to be aggressive on offense. Love watching him go to work.
James outside. From outside the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Charlotte trailing. To tie it up. And it's laid up and in by Leonard.
And what a comeback. Do they have enough left to maintain this energy and get the win?
I did not think they had enough clock to get all the way back, but here they are. And now they've got to feel like they're in control of this thing.
Timeout, Bulls!
You have the camera on you. Nice try. It's all good.
To hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. And coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, control what we can control. Play our game. And the rest will take care of itself. Solid message if you ask me.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Final quarter of play. About a minute and a half off the clock. Pass to Chamberlain. Creates inside.
Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fallaways, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
For three, Durant. O'Neal pulls it in. And Wembanyama has the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Curry outside. Oh, it misses. Charlotte trailing. Here's Antetokounmpo. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. SGA. Wembanyama rips down the board. The Bulls on offense. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Leonard against Curry. Yes! Using that window!
Yep, on the interior, Wilt's enormous size. Just too much to overcome, and certainly something that can't be taught.
Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Here's James. And he slams it down.
Because Shaquille O'Neal is so big and so athletic and so relentless, it's really hard to keep him off the glass.
Antetokounmpo with it. O'Neal covers. Now Antetokounmpo. Here's Abdul-Jabbar using the glass to lay it in.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Can't get it.
That's exactly what you want to see. Your big men playing big. Strong ball.
Antetokounmpo. Look at Giannis battling inside.
For Giannis, his length and instincts on defense make him a feared shot blocker.
Wembanyama, screen on Durant. Outside Curry for three. The triple drops.
See why they trust Curry. I mean, give him the rock and let him make a play.
Timeout called, Hornets. Gilgeous-Alexander against James. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Ooh, nice setup for the slam.
I'll tell you what, if you let Wilt get the ball there, that's the poster shot you can expect.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. O'Neal inside. SGA covering. And he racks up two.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
SGA. Oh, and just miss after miss right now. SGA against James. So Chicago takes the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, and we present the player of the game, Stephen Curry.